Hey everybody, we are the FitHealth Pros. I am Coach Sean.
And I'm Dr. Kevin, welcome.
And we're here today to give you a little overview on a series that we came up with that we're both very passionate about. Now, we do have some other videos in the can already, but we felt that these were the most important to get out first. So we are actually going to release all of these videos at once. This is the Best Health series.
Right, so when looking back at some of the information and content that we were bringing you guys, we kind of had to step back and we said, hey, you know what? Why are we really doing this? What do we want people to gain from this? And what we found is that there were four major areas that we were looking at.
So we're looking at exercise, nutrition, sleep science, and stress management.
And within those things, we found that the clients that we see, the patients that we see over the years have asked us many questions, and as we treated them, as we coached them, we started seeing some similarities and some differences in different age categories. So what we did is we really put that together and we decided, hey, let's make a video for each one of these age categories and share our best knowledge about each one of those things in the health series.
Yeah, kind of leading each category to their best healthy life. Like one video is going to be on kids, another on teens, and as you know, there are big differences in that shift. Athletes specifically.
Right, and then it starts to shift again when you're in your 20s, and then we see another shift in the 30s and 40s. Some of these are kind of halfway through the decade, but you know, going from there.
Yeah, it's like, and of course there's going to be outliers. You know, you always have your 50-year-olds that it's like, man, that guy's like 35.
Right.
But this is more of a common mean within the decades. We're going to have the 50s, 60s, retirees plus, and the different things within those 10-year periods that affect your health and how you can live a better, healthier life.
Mm-hmm. So you see some commonalities there.
Big time. Yeah. There are definitely some commonalities within the groups. We're going to try to find some baselines. We're going to look at specific stats from experiments. We're also going to use anecdotal evidence from our own experience from years and years of working with different clients within these specific age groups as well. There are physical similarities that you'll see you know, going through the different systems. I mean, muscularly, hormonally, there are shifts that happen within a certain segment of our lifespans. There are also different sleep needs. I mean, if you look at, if any of you have teenagers, Dr. Fox has a couple.
And they're always sleeping.
And they're always sleeping. So there are definitely some commonalities within age groups, and we're going to touch upon those and how we can kind of give boosts to each of those commonalities.
Right, and as a physician, what I start to notice when people come in is, what are we looking at? What changes? What's the functional aspect of each of these age groups? Yeah. You know, if I'm going to say, I want you to function the best and you're a teenager, what am I going to look at? Well, maybe scoliosis, strength, flexibility. Are they going to be a child athlete? I take x-rays of patients too to rule things in or out. So we want to start maybe 13, maybe do another one at 20, another in the 30s and 50s, because there's different functional changes, whether it's degeneration, whether it's arthritis, whether it is a bone condition, which does affect those muscles, ligaments, joints, which in turn affects the nervous system and how your body then translates that information. So we really want to improve upon function, but everybody has a little different need there.
Yep, and in kind of piggybacking on what Dr. Fox just said, we're also going to go into injury prevention. You know, the atrophy that happens over time is natural. You know, when you're dealing with a family, you may not be going to the gym as much as you did before. You know, we're looking at increased strength. We're looking at specific stressors that change from decade to decade. You know, kids may have sibling rivalry. Teens will have that compounded by the hormonal changes that make them feel like they're crazy to parents, and the kids are looking at the parents like they're crazy.
Right. School stressors for sure.
School stress, you know, as you go through the different years of school into your 20s and you're trying to finish college, it's like, can I just get out?
Right.
You know, and if you're doing advanced degrees on top of that, it's like
right.
you're in your mid-20s before you're even out of school. And then you got the stressors of, well, now I got to get a job. What am I going to do with the rest of my life? You got your 30s and 40s where you may be hitting your managerial places or entrepreneurial places within your work lives where you want to be. 50s and 60s, you may be wanting to sell that company or move on to something else. You know, the midlife crisis. You know, things like that come in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you may be settling down on a stress load from one thing, but then you're going to start thinking of, well, what's my main goal now? And that would be to maintain health. And geez, am I going, what's 10 years down the road going to look like? What's 20 years down the road? So within that, we want to fill in for each one of those different decades again, how do we maintain our nutritional deficiencies? Right. Can that help prevent injuries as well? Any exercise program that can prevent injury, how can you do that, whether you're in your 60s or if you're a teenager?
So in looking at you know, these different decades or different segments of time of our lives, we knew that we could help you guys. We knew that we had the information, and that information is in this Best Health series.
Yeah, so as you can see, when we talked about kids all the way to retirees, there may be 8 videos there.
Yeah, probably 7 or 8 videos.
7 or 8 videos. So I encourage everybody to kind of look at all of them. Worst case scenario, you learn about somebody else or you learn something for yourself that you can put into place the next day. Mm-hmm. But if you are a certain category, if you're a certain age, you can go right to that right now.
Yeah.
And
if you have kids, you can go there. If you're the parent of an athlete or you are an athlete, you can go right to there. We wanted to make it as specific as possible so that you can jump right into your needs right off the bat and then peruse the other ones. You might be the outlier I was talking about earlier that, you know, you may be in your 50s, but something in our video on the 30s pertains to you. Absolutely.
So definitely enjoy those, gain some knowledge from this content. Go ahead and smash that subscription. Smash that. Like us. Sign up for the notifications so you get that. We're here for you. We are the FitHealth Pros, and I'm Dr. Kevin.
I'm Coach Sean.
And we wish you the best.
Best in health.
Yes.
Best in health.
Absolutely.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys. Have a great one.